from home, and the solution was technology. The solution was platforms such as Zoom, such as platforms like this, in which you can unite people and have them collaborate and work together. It's not the same, and to be honest, it's not exactly the same as being in the same room, but it pretty much does the work. And I think that 2021 it's an opportunity, because a lot of the companies have realized that, and have realized that they need to be online, they need to be on the cloud, they need to provide services to their clients and to their internal clients, their employees, that can allow them to do their jobs and to grow. So I believe that 2021 is going to be a year of opportunities for the ones that can really get into that. So, and regarding the question in Miami, I have hope for Miami. I believe that Miami is becoming a hub for technology from the local government, especially Mayor Suarez has been advocating for that in the last couple of years. And he's talking about bringing people here. And I think that Miami, the location, being so close to Latin America, to South America, and the good weather, the nice weather year round, is a perfect location for that. And it can bring people, bring talent, if the right efforts are done into that, and the opportunities are built around here in the city.
Just to compliment a little bit on that, because I mean, you did a great job. I wanted just to say that Miami, it's going to be a great opportunity. It's not a coincidence that many people are moving to Miami. As opposed as going, to San Francisco, to California, New York. Actually, people are, if you investigate, you're going to find that people are really coming to this city. There are many initiatives and incentives out there for companies, especially tech companies, that could make us a city to qualify to work on tremendous opportunities. Just recently, we were nominated, and we were almost as a runner-up to participate as a city for Amazon headquarters, for example. So that was just recent. And then Magic Leap, which is a part of Google, it's here. There are other companies like Alpaca, Bloomberg Capital. Many companies are locating here. I'm not saying we are there yet. I'm not comparing ourselves in Miami with San Francisco, California, New York, but I think that there is a huge opportunity, and it will be a matter for you to be smart enough to catch that opportunity as well.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much. That was great. And talking about opportunities, I know that during the last year was so difficult, people started considering switching careers. Do you think this is something that's going to affect the tech industry? Do you think we're going to get more coders, for example, more people interested in tech, since it's probably more remote than other type of jobs?
I don't think so. I think that the more that we are, the better that it gets. The more that we are, more collaboration is out there. We learn even more. Therefore, we create more. I don't believe in less people, more knowledgeable. I believe in more people, more knowledgeable altogether.
I definitely agree with that, and I believe that just to complement that, right now in the tech industry, the offer doesn't meet the demand. I mean, we are in need of talent and qualified talent, and I think that the more the merrier. like Karina said, if people from other industries, from other careers want to get into tech, they're definitely welcome, because there are a lot of opportunities, and again, the offer does not meet the demand right now. So yeah, the more the merrier. And like Karina said, if the community is bigger, then we're able to do better things and more things. And so, and there are a lot of fields inside of tech right now: augmented reality, virtual reality, machine learning, AI, blockchain, low code, no code. I mean, there's like so many fields to which you can choose to work in, and with a good qualification, definitely you can get into it. And actually, that's why I applaud the thing that you guys are doing here in 4Geeks, by training people and getting them qualified in the technologies that are right now out there. It's very good, because we need more people in the industry.
Thank you, guys. That was a great answer. So now I want to talk to you guys, as I know that you both are Latinos, and I wanted to know what was one of the biggest challenges you found when trying to enter the industry in Miami.
That's a very good question. I want to say, without, please don't take me wrong, but since I was very knowledgeable in this aspect of my career, when I came to Florida, I found several job opportunities. So I was able to choose. And I'm not bragging. Please take it very humble when I say this, but take it as a way for you to know what you want your career path to be. Because something that it's very valuable here in the US, that perhaps I don't think it's exactly the same in Latin America. Something very valuable here, it's your experience and how many years you have in the field, which I happen to think it's one of the most unfair ways to know someone. Okay, as a person that comes from Latin America, that we tend to do many things and that we are experts on many aspects because we just have to figure it out. And here in the US, you kind of like you're hired to press this button, and that's what you do for work. So it was an interesting change, frustrating, I have to say, because like I said, I came like with many things, like I was explaining, I know how to code, but at the same time I have an MBA and I have launched divisions in companies, technical divisions in companies. So putting all that together into one resume and finding, a niche that is what the US like in a team member for them to hire was a little bit complicated. And then internally, I fight against that a lot. I like to try to give people opportunities, because you only need that first opportunity to launch your career. So to me, I think that was a huge impact, a huge change from my culture. And then, however, thank goodness, I was very lucky to come from, to follow my career in this very specialized path, which therefore kind of aligned to the culture in the US, where you get hired for being an expert on what you do. And so I would say that's my comment.
Good comment. And actually, it's a tough question to answer. To be honest, and I agree with Karina. I can't complain either. But I think that probably the challenges are the same as with other industries, perhaps. Definitely being an immigrant is a challenge in itself. I mean, coming from other country here and trying to be part of the culture here. is difficult. I mean, there are a lot of barriers that you should overcome, starting with just being a legal immigrant and having all your work permits and all that. So that those are barriers that we need to overcome, and definitely being an immigrant is a challenge. But again, I can't complain. I think that Miami is a very welcoming city, uh, especially to us Latinos. Given that there's so much influence from Latin America here in the city, and as long as you are qualified in what you do, and you show it, you demonstrate that you are qualified and that you're good at what you do, uh, the opportunities are there, and you can work with that. So yeah, it's a tough question, but like I agree with Karina. Like she said, I think that uh, to overcome those challenges, what you need to do is to be prepared, to be organized, and to be qualified. If you fulfill those three characteristics, uh, you are going to have success, or you're in the way of having success. So yes, that's my answer to that question.
I will just compliment
Perfect. Thank you,
saying,
guys.
I would like to just compliment with something very quick. It's going to be a challenge, fine, but you demonstrate what you have. If you are here and you train yourself, be confident, because it's going to be a challenge for me to be a woman, blonde woman in the tech industry. And then I don't care. I'm going to prove you that I can do the job. And that's what
Mhm.
you have to go and find and fight for yourself and fight for what you believe, and make sure you demonstrate your confidence on your knowledge. With that said, pretty sure everybody's going to open the doors for you.
Thank you, Karina. That was amazing, really. Especially with the Women's Month coming next week, that last part was perfect. So now I'm gonna ask you guys a couple of questions that are in the chat. Assam asked you guys, what's the scope of a tech startup in 2021?
Francisco, that's for you.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat the question?
What's the scope of a tech startup in 2021?
Well, the scope. I mean, it can be whatever you imagine. To be honest, like I said earlier, the tech industry is dominating so much of the innovation right now in all other industries. Um, an example is the COVID-19 vaccine. Without technology, without machine learning, without AI, the achievement that these people did would have been twice as hard as it was. And it's a great achievement to be able to develop a vaccine in just a few months. That is something that is unthinkable, and that was done with technology. That was done with uh, people working in developing, and years of innovation that led to that moment. So the answer to that question, I think, is whatever you imagine. I mean, you can have a tech startup in any field right now. Even if you start from the simplest one, like developing web applications and web systems, or developing mobile applications. But you can go up to what I said: machine learning, AR, VR. You can get into right now whatever problem that you think it's out there, sustainability, um, energy. You can help with tech. You can help with software. You can help by developing and by automating processes and systemizing processes. So yeah, that's my answer to that. Imagine it and build it. That's it.
Great, great. So I think we're gonna end with the two more questions we have on the chat. Okay, so the second question was also from Assam. Should we pursue a job or go ahead with a startup? What traits are required for the startup versus a job? If you guys want to read it, it's in the chat.
Okay. I mean, I probably Karina has a different view, or I don't know if she agrees with me. Me being an entrepreneur, and me, what we do, we build it. We help to build startups. Of course, I'm gonna say go with a startup. But that is a question that you need a lot of information to answer. Because the startup environment it's not as easy as people imagine. Being an entrepreneur is hard. You have to work a lot. You have to be very organized, and you have to plan a lot to raise money and to get money for your company. It's another challenge, and for that you need to have knowledge not only in tech, but knowledge in business as well. And you need to know the financials and to be able to develop a business model or even a business plan for your company. So the startup environment, it again, it's hard. But it's very you can get a lot of satisfaction from that. The work environment as well. I mean, it's also, you have to be qualified to get chosen for or selected for a job. And of course, you're gonna be working hard every day. But my answer will be go with the startup. It's whenever you build something, you're gonna feel more satisfied from that, because you build it from the ground up. I don't know, Karina, probably you have another view on that.
When I saw that you were going to be speaker, I thought the same question. It's like, I thought interesting that we will have the two perspectives, right? I have to say that I could have had my startup, and I chose not to do that. Why? Because I think being an entrepreneur or being an employee or a team member, it's defined for what you want to do or what you want to do with your life, what you want to conquer on your career. And I have to say, oftentimes there are many things that you want to implement being a team member or an employee that you just have to get out there and create them. Those are the ideas that sparkle the entrepreneurial part of you. So what I'm trying to say with this is that if you decide on starting as an employee, it doesn't mean that you're closing the door on the opportunity to become an entrepreneur later on. In fact, you're learning, or you could be also learning, taking this opportunity to build your business, start your business, think about your business, create your business plan, gather partners, providers, contacts, customers, many things that you can get out there. So if you're smart enough, you can actually start building that, as opposed as starting fresh with the startup, because then you could potentially find that that you are new in the market, nobody knows you. You are building a company with team members with a huge responsibility, gathering money. So perhaps if you still want to do it, I think if I were going to have to do it, I'll do it that way, the secured way. But that's why I am an employee. And that's why Fancisco is an entrepreneur, because I chose that security aspect, which I got to say, I don't think it's correct or incorrect. Society could pull you two different directions, and I don't think one is correct or one is incorrect. I think it's what you want to do, and if you have an idea, just make sure that that idea happens, or and if you just want to, make sure that your way will be smoother, then perhaps if you start as an employee, you can have that in mind and construct that little by little with time. You don't need to just like rush into it right away, unless you have the resources, which that is the best case scenario. And that is how many people has, created Facebook, for example, was created like that, but the resources came from one of the partners. So think about it. I think it's hard to say unless you put everything into one equation and then you decide what to do. Also, it's a personality thing. If you want to be a team member, there is nothing wrong with that, or an employee. There is nothing wrong with that. Your career will grow. You are probably going to work from Monday to Friday, not from 9 to 5. That's not a thing. As opposed as working, every day, Saturdays and Sundays as a entrepreneur. I also think that you being a team member doesn't necessarily mean that your mind stops at some point. Over the weekend, you're thinking on ideas, or what, I can do this and that. So it's going to be whatever you choose to be. If you have a good idea, just fight for it. I think you should do it. I think you should become an entrepreneur. Just make sure you do it the right way so you don't kill your idea in the way, constructing it. Just do it in a way that you can make it materialize your idea.
Yeah, what I take from what you just said, and I love a phrase that you use, is that there's no wrong choice. I mean, you definitely, and what we have talked during this, whole presentation is about being qualified and being a knowledgeable at what you do. So there's no wrong choice. You can go either way. I read here in the comments from Hassan, 90% of the startups fail, and that is true, But that is because, like I said, to build a startup, you don't only have to have the tech aspect of it. You need resources, and that's why we do what we do, because we provide advice to people that want to build businesses, successful businesses, and they need tech, they need marketing, they need financial,
Finance.
they need resources. So yeah, it's difficult. But the good thing is that there is no wrong choice. That is what I take from what Karina just explained. And I want to add something to that, because I do have employees in our company. We have team members, and I love that phrase, because I don't like so much the word employee. And to be an entrepreneur is not only to own your own company. To be an entrepreneur, for me, it's an attitude. You are an entrepreneur whenever you are organized at what you do, and you're responsible for your activities. And if you do that either in your own company or working for other, you're gonna be successful, and you're gonna be good at what you do. So yeah, entrepreneurship for me is an attitude, and you can do that either way.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Okay, so we're gonna have one more question, which was actually one of mine, but Luciano also asked. What do you think the tech industry is expecting from junior developers? And if you can give one advice for those who are just starting, what would it be?
I think the industry is looking for people who shows themselves as capable. I oftentimes have been very impressed with resumes. Then, when they come to action, they really can't show what they say they do. So it's a problem, and I think it's a problem. And I have found an attitude problem as well. because one thing, like I said in a previous question, I like to be the person who gives opportunities. And I'm sure that you all need that first good opportunity. But then if that opportunity is given and then you don't demonstrate, it's going to be very much an easy thing for us to do. So I have encountered a lot, but like a lot of people like that instead of, let's say, it was my daughter's birthday, I asked for some days off so I could be with her. And this person just like brought the entire website down. And at 7 p.m., they just disappeared. That person disappeared. So I only found out because I was getting the emails of the tickets. And then, of course, I had to get that all sorted out. And that's an attitude problem. So, and I gave that first opportunity to that person that needed the opportunity. So I think that it's a matter of you demonstrating everything that you have in that first opportunity. After the first opportunity, I'm sure that the sky is going to be the limit. But make sure that with everything that you do, just do it, like what you do. If you only like what you do, everything else will come, as a result of it. So I think to really like answer that question, the advice for the new developers will be demonstrate. People are going to give you the opportunity, but then you put prove them that they made a good decision, because it could be sometimes a risk for us. Well, I just want to say, and not everybody wants to take that risk. So, but I want to say that prove the people that gave you the opportunity that it was a good choice by staying there, by investigating, by, saying, I made a mistake, but I'm here to, help you sorting this out together. So I think it's going to be, a great secret for your career success.
Yeah, my advice would be to be patient, and to be patient, because yes, there are a lot of opportunities, and we've discussed that right now the offer does not meet the demand, but you have to be resourceful at what you want to do, and you have to choose the right opportunity for you. Don't jump to an opportunity that you think you can handle, but then you're not gonna demonstrate at the job, like Karina just said. So be patient, be resourceful. If you get selected, be thankful for that, and and research a lot, investigate a lot, because I believe that 80% of our jobs as software developers is to investigate, is to make research, is to learn, and to be resourceful, because you don't have all the answers. You're never going to have it, but the community is there to help. So yeah, that would be my advice. Be patient, be honest, and build up your resume with the things, and try to stand out the things that you handle best, and look for the opportunity that would really be a fit for you.
Sometimes a good opportunity is not the best salary. I just
That's
wanted to
another
say that.
thing.
Mhm.
That's another thing.
A good opportunity not always is at the best salary, but it's your good first opportunity.
No,
You
and
don't forget that. Mhm.
yeah, and don't forget that a job is a huge part of your life. So you have to do what you like, and you have to, I mean, you have to be in a company that really welcomes you, and that it really is a fit for you. The ambiance, the people, the team members. get to know them and try to grasp a feeling of how would you feel by working with them. If you feel that it's right, go for it. But sometimes the best salary doesn't come up with the best team members, and that is not the right opportunity, especially for beginners.
Later on, the same thing with the job title. I mean, they could offer you a great job title or a great salary, but if it is not what you like, just be careful with that. Everything will come by itself, I promise. Just if you do what you like, I think it's gonna just come as a result of your work.
Thank you guys so much for all your questions. I think it was very interesting. I think everybody else thought so, especially having the 2 points of views from entrepreneurship and corporate work. So thank you guys so much. I think we can now start our final project presentations. So I think the first group was going to be George's full-time cohort. So if you guys want to take over the screen so you can start your project.
No, Anna, actually, they decided to go to the original schedule. So whoever you had originally scheduled, we can go with
He
that.
didn't say he can go. So I don't know if he
You can do
wants.
it.
Are you
If you
sure?
want. Yeah, if James is ready.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, let's
It's up
do
to
it.
James.
Let's
All
get
right.
it out of the way.
Cool.
Go ahead, guys. It's your floor now.
Early bird gets the worm, right?
Screen showing?
Yep.
All right. So hello everyone. Our app is called Pet Rep. So before we get into that, we would like to introduce ourselves one by one. So my name is James Doe. I'm a third year UCF student. I am majoring in engineering. I got interested in coding because I took several classes and I found like more joy and passion in taking like coding classes. So that's how I got on into 4Geeks Academy. And I actually intend on starting a career in tech upon completion of the academy.
Hello, everyone. My name is Etienne Ibarrola. I love nature and animals and learning. I used to run a community garden with Memorial Hospital, and I plan to try to solve problems with nature and the world and animals via the use of technology. Which I've always had a lot of pets, and I noticed there's a lot of difficulty in keeping them, which brought us to this idea that we're going to present to you guys. Next slide, please. It's basically the all-in-one pet platform. I've had hundreds of different animals that I've grown up with. I've had dogs and cats, like multiples, ferrets, parrots, tortoises, snakes, and it's easy to have fun with them, but it's hard to keep track of them when you have more than just one or two pets. You know, they all have different needs, they all have different things. So Pet Rep's designed to help you focus on loving and funning with your pets, and we help you do, you know, take care of the hard part. But aside from taking care of your pets, we also want to help all animals. So we have some features in our program that allow you to report lost animals or found animals, and you'll alert nearby other Pet Rep users to be on the lookout, you know, or maybe word of mouth, get your pet back home. So next slide, please. We're going to show you guys a little about it. In our planning stage, we use Miro and the agile structure. Not very interesting for you guys, so we'll skip that to the next one.
Okay, so we use the typical front end and back end languages, frameworks, and libraries, but we'll keep that short so we could present the demo. All right.
Dun, dun, dun.
So here on the front page is the landing page where it gives you details about the actual website itself, and then options to like sign up or log into the account in the case the user has an account. as you scroll down, it gives you details about us, information about what is provided on the site in case users are interested, and the features as well. So, and most of this could only be accessed in the scenario you have an account. So let's first get into the login. So say that you don't have an account, you could just make one on the sign up page. And if you do have an account, which I already have set up, we could go into the login. One second. Edion, if you want to explain the pets and habitats.
Yeah, so let's go to the habitats first. The main reason we wanted to do this is because keeping track of your pets is kind of the easy part. You know, you'll look at them and you remember, but the habitats or the enclosures where they all live. For example, I have 3 different species of tortoises, a snake, dogs, and cats, and they all need different things. And they all live in different things. 3 different species of tortoises have 3 different enclosures. They need lights. The lights provide UVB, and they expire every 3 months. They need to be replaced. That's something that's hard to keep track of. So if I create a habitat here, I can keep track of all my materials, all my supplies. I can remember things that I need to reorder, and we have a calendar, so we can keep track of everything together. Go ahead and go to the pets so we can show the pets.
Oh, yeah. First let's talk about the. So under the modal, you're able to add information about the name of the habitat, the information pertaining to the habitat, the location, like somewhere within your house or backyard. You also could add supplies that you would need, like dog food and so on. The equipment, like for like specific fish tanks, things like that. And then it will be registered onto the habitat. So just give me a moment to place in some random things here. And then it's saved here. And let's move on to the pet view because that's the most important part. That's along with the habitats.
So here we have 3 pets that we already have in our tracking system. Let's go ahead and add a new one and then show them how we can link it to the habitat so that everything's connected. After you add your pet and you connect it to the habitat, you have access to the calendar and you can add different events for a specific pet. You can add an event for your calendar. You can set reminders so you know that you need to clean the snake enclosure on Sunday and you need to order kitty litter on Monday. You know, stop worrying, stop stressing, and just get everything done. If you need to, you know, if you have different vets, some of your pets might take medications, you can log that all in your information, have it all handy, you know, send it to your pet sitter when you go out of town. And here's our calendar.
Okay, so going back to what Edion was talking about during the slides, we have a section for lost pets and found pets. So we have something to where it's advised that users that who have lost their pets first check found pets to see if there were any pets that are similar to the pet you may have lost, and then vice versa for lost pets. So let's take a look at lost pets. Here it's already generated. The images do take some time to load. It provides information about the name, what type of animal it is, the color, eye color, the location where it's last seen, and a description. And then users can make a post for nearby users to look, and you're able to search. So say like I would only want to look for this specific pet, you could type Mins, and then it will show up only as Mins. So here, let's go make a post. So on here, the users are able to upload a file with the actual image. So allow me to choose a file, upload it. It will take some time to upload with these files. And then you put your information about them and like a zip code. You submit the post and they will be registered down below here. And then with the found pets, it's the exact same procedure and same concepts. And then something standardized that we have would be like a profile containing the information of the user with their full name, email, along with all the names of their pets, habitats, and you're obviously able to edit that information. Something on the dashboard we also have implemented is a calendar. So if you do not want to look at the calendar view, it would always pop up on the dashboard because we want to think about the users first, knowing that the users would like to see their events occurring that specific day. Now, for the last feature we have is the adopt a pet feature. On here, you're able to adopt an actual pet. Generates cards based on the API provided. On here, they provide images, but that's only if it's provided by the API. So, for example, right here, there's images provided, and you could search nearby based on zip code, location, the breed, and the species. And when you click on Learn More, it takes you directly to the site where you can actually adopt the pet. And that is the gist of the website. One moment. So we have some final thoughts on the procedure. We had several challenges. Edion, if you would like to say some.
Yeah. I mean, some of the challenges for us were props, but not many of you are going to understand that. If you know what that means, then you know why it was a challenge. I think our future development, we have a lot of ideas. We just didn't have the time. We wanted to make chat functionality between everyone. We want to have them be able to recommend stuff to each other. You know, their advice on how to care for like certain rare animals that is just not common knowledge. Form a little community for pet rep, and to have location-based alert system for like weather changes and stuff if you have pets outside and stuff. So, James, you have anything else to add there?
I would like to add some few challenges. We had some issues with finding like the correct APIs and adding them into the system, and then we also had challenges with the code itself. So we researched a lot using our resources in order to find correct answers to correct our code or improve upon our code. And I say that would be about it.
Basically, yeah.
Oh, and we would like to give special thanks to George, Dario, Lacey, Paulo, Ernesto, and the rest of the 4Geeks Academy team.
And everyone who sat through here and watched our presentation. And the speakers for today. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Any
Good
questions?
luck.
Very well done. Congratulations.
Congratulations, guys.
Awesome,
Thank you,
awesome
everyone.
app.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Awesome. Okay, so I think who wants to go next?
We can go next. Yeah, it's
Go ahead.
Rafael
Go
now.
ahead. Yeah, I think James is still sharing his.
It's Rafael and Hamza
Perfect.
from Jonathan's class.
Go ahead. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to start to share my screen here. You guys can see the screen all right? So good afternoon, everybody.
Yeah.
My name is Hamza, and I'm here with my colleague Rafael, and our app is called Fitcher, the fitness online calorie tracker, with the purpose of helping users lose weight by tracking their caloric intake with ease. They can find nutrition facts from their favorite grocery brands, restaurants, and everyday common foods. All right, so just a little bit about ourselves. My name is Rafael Laxon. I'm currently working in an IT position for about 4 years in a field management company. Did my bachelor's in IT in 2017 at FIU. Current objective for me personally is to strengthen my coding abilities. IT is a very broad field. One of the fields I've always been interested in is databasing. With full stack, I get a more in-depth look at how the backend works in a production level. In college, pretty much they really teach you theory and maybe some outdated programming as well. I have a passion in weightlifting, and more recently just started to get more serious with nutrition. It's one of the main reasons why we started to develop Fitcher.
So my name is Hamza Hassan. I graduated in 2015 with a Bachelor in Health Service Administration from FIU. For the past 5 years, I've worked in a hospital setting at Memorial Healthcare System, where I primarily focused on insurance verification and hospital authorizations. And upon completing this cohort, I want to strengthen my coding foundations and then eventually move into a career in the tech industry. All right, so our goal with Fitcher is to make fitness measurable, but at the same time simple. And a little bit about our branding and the color we chose. We chose the color red because our ultimate goal with Fitcher is to improve one's heart, blood flow, and overall health.
All right, now without getting too technical, this is just a quick view of our current database. As for now, it is fairly simple. We have a few tables here. As you can see, we have a user table, day table, and a food table. Primary keys would be the ID table. The ID throughout the first lines on each table, and foreign keys, which pretty much connect the table to each other. We have user ID in the day table, connecting to user for ID. And on our food table here, we have day ID, which connects to, well, you guessed it, the day table. Moving forward with some of the languages and frameworks that we've been using, without getting too technical again, some of the front end that we use is Bootstrap, React, JS, HTML, and CSS. For the back end, we're using Flask, which is basically a micro-web framework written in Python, and SQL. So from here, we're going to demo out our application. I'm going to pass it over to Hamza for the screen share.
All right, so you guys see my screen, right?
Yep, we good.
Yeah. All right. All right, so this is our landing page. As soon as users come onto the site, they can see a brief overview of our application and what we're about. Over here, we plan to have some blogs just to help users and assist them in achieving their goals for nutrition and fitness. And if they want to register for our app, they can either click this button right here or the sign up button over here. That would bring you to the register page. You just have to fill out the form over here. Click register now, and then you would be able to log into our site. We have we already created a user for demo purposes, so log in right now. And then over here, you're brought to a daily calorie calculator. Filling out this form will give you a brief estimate of how much you should eat in a day to maintain your weight. So I'm just going to go here and fill it up. And once you click calculate calories, it'll give your daily calories right over here. And then from there, users can go ahead and click the diary function here. And this is the main component of our app. Over here, we have morning, afternoon, and night, and your daily calories right here. And I'm just going to go quickly and demo how to use this. So you just go here and click add new item. So for example, if the user's logging in their morning, they click add new item and search for the item they're looking for. So for example, let's say they ate eggs in the morning. Go ahead and add that. So they also have some cereal here, and let's add some orange juice as well. Go ahead and add it. And you do the same right here for afternoon and night. So let's say you want to go ahead and log in your lunch. So let's say they add a tortilla wrap. And let's say they add some guacamole to that. And then you do the same thing at night. You go ahead and log your dinner. So let's say they add some salmon, some rice, and then add that over here. And then let's say you want to have some dessert. So they went ahead and had some gelato for dessert. log it here. You can also go here and increase the quantity. So let's say you had more than one egg. You could go here, just click the up arrow, and it would log over here for you. Same thing over here. Let's say, you had a long day and you ate a little more than you wanted to. You could go ahead and increase the quantity here, and it would reflect over here in the daily calories as well. Users can also go back and look at previous logs for their days. So for example, if they went back to the 10th, you can see their log for the 10th. You go back to the 22nd, see their log for the 22nd as well. And once you're done logging their foods for the day, you just go over here and click Save Diary Entry, and it'll save it for that day. And that's pretty much our app. And I'll pass the mic back over to Rafael.
All right. So to talk about some of the challenges that we've encountered, one of the challenges is finding the time to code amongst a busy schedule. One of the challenges programming-wise was modifying that calendar functionality that you just saw in the demo. Though it does look simple on the front end side, on the back end, there's a lot of connections to specific arrays, displaying, date parsing, and even for myself, just syntax that, I mean, me personally, I definitely underestimated. So as we move forward with the development of Fitcher, some of our goals that we have on our backlog consist of, as you see, the ability to track macros and macronutrients. So not just calories, but we want to track things such as carbohydrates, fats, proteins, different kind of minerals. As we move forward with testing other APIs, we could see a more in-depth breakdown of ingredients. Maybe someone might be allergic to something. They definitely need to know something about that. You don't got to get hives or anything like that. And of course, we want to build a community aspect as well. As you've seen in our landing page, we'd like things with blogs saving different types of workouts, recipes, and meal ideas. Pretty much with barcode scanning, people can go to a grocery store, take a quick scan of the food they're trying to buy and see if it'll fit their daily goal. So pretty much that's Fitcher. We appreciate the audience, one, and a huge thank you to our teachers, Jonathan and Niza. I believe Niza's not here right now, and our mentors, Paulo and Jesus. They helped us with a great deal of it as well. And of course, the entire 4 Geeks Academy team.
Thank you, guys.
Great work, guys.
Great work, you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. I think we have 2 more projects left. I don't know if Drop Door wants to go first or.
We'll go next.
Okay.
It's
go ahead.
Assam, Luciano, and Armando from Jonathan's class.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, thank you. Hello, everyone. We are Let's Hang, the app where you can find and hang out with the friends around you.
Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Azam Jiva, and I'm coming from a technical background. I have a master's degree in electrical engineering, and the reason I joined this cohort is to solve complex problems and also to prototype ideas. And I have a passion for I'm an avid marathon runner, and that was result into this presentation. So I'll explain you more as we go along. I'll pass the baton to Luciano.
Hello everyone, my name is Luciano, and I have a degree in marketing and advertising from Brazil, and I'm currently working as social media for a company that works for Facebook. Almost 10 years in digital marketing, between market department and the technology department in most companies. So the main idea of joining this bootcamp is to solve this problem and be the liaison between these two fields.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Armando Valenzuela. I went to FIU for International Business and Marketing, and I joined For Geeks for the reason being that I wanted to get more career opportunities for myself in the future. I also enjoyed and loved coding and the idea of solving problems through technical aspects and just creating things technically and having people around the world use it. I also love the idea that coding is the future, and that is where the world is going to. And a whole bunch of industries are taking part or have an aspect that deals with coding in their companies through their own systems. So I also wanted to expand my knowledge and grow myself as a person too. But at the same time, be able to have a way to start a new career and go on that path that I so much want to be part of.
Right. So we're going to begin with the why we are doing this app and why we chose this project. In the beginning, we had a lot of ideas to brainstorm. But this idea stick around for me was that when I was running the marathon in 2019, that was Berlin Marathon, I had encountered a problem that when I crossed the finish line, I couldn't find my family and friends. And I was roaming around here and there trying to look for them. And when I tried to call them, the lines were like I was not able to make voice calls, and there was the all network was clogged up. So then I thought of an idea which can utilize data and have a data-centric app which can sort of track my family and friends and have me way to communicate with them. I mean, I know there are a lot of apps out there you can do WhatsApp and all that, but that would ask them to share the location. So this app solves the problem which I was thinking at the time of finish line, and that's the result of what we come up with this app called Let's Hang App.
Yeah. From my end, this idea came from a personal problem that I had some years ago. That I organized a trip for my friends to Brazil to meet my city, and it was very hard to manage all those people to make a schedule to organize like events like dinners, brunch, and parties, and present my city to them. So I thought that a map that where I'll be able to look at the map and see, oh, this one is here, that one is there, and also sending vibes to them to they know where is the place that they should go and how far is it, where is the address. So bring just an app to give all those information to them in a very easy way and organize everything to make easy to people just spend time having fun and being happy and not like organizing things and having problems.
For me, I was just tired of having indecision with my friends of where to go and where to meet up. Let's just get down to the notes and bolts and notes, butts and bolts and nuts, and let's just go. Let's pick a spot and let's just head there, and let's not be changing. Hey, let's go over here. Let's go over there. Let's just meet up. Let's go to one spot, and that's where we could start deciding where our night takes us.
So this app, we are trying to solve this problem that is, where is my friend and where are we going? So we are just, this app has to main goal to facilitate people to meet in the real life and just spend time having fun and not having problem to organize things. And with this app, you'll be able to just look in the map and find your friends, and very easy to invite them to places and like restaurants and parties that where you wanna meet them for having fun and good for you.
All right, so we're going to come to the architecture diagram. I'm going to skim through real quick here because we have the time here. So we have three components here to cover in the architecture. One is the client side, we have the server, and then we have the cloud. So on the client side, this app is platform agnostic. It can run on the browser. On the server side, we use the Python and have deployed the server component to Heroku, and also we are leveraging Google Cloud to access the Google Maps and map the coordinates onto that. So that's how we're doing the tracking. And from the technology standpoint, I have libraries and frameworks used in this project. For the front end, we use HTML5 and JavaScript, React.js, and for the back end, we use Python, MySQL as a database. Flask is another framework. And for the cloud deployment, we used Heroku. And for the API, Google API, we use Google Cloud. And let's move to the demo.
Everyone, welcome to Assam's profile.
Great. So this is my piece I'm going to cover here. So as you can see, we created this login page, and we have a sign up form. You can go to sign up form. So being in the tech, I know that it's easy to say to a developer to develop a form, but trust me, it takes a lot to just make a form and get it done. So I realized when I created this form, so our form is just like a sign up for a user who wants to get into the platform and register.
But since we have a account, we don't need to go through this. Let's go
Yep.
straight to
And then also on the left-hand side, we have some animation we use as a library called Spring animation. So just to reflect upon what our ideas are, what's the simplicity we put around the app that is just hang. So this basically tells what is this app around. You can hang around with your friends. So you can log in, and I'm gonna pass my demo to Luciano.
Yeah, in terms of usability, idea is being very simple. Just get information that you have very easily. So the main part of the app is the dashboard where you can locate your friends and decide which one is closer to you or which one you want to meet, and also send direct message to them to organize things to do. And also you can check, you can create events and invite people for them. In this case, like you have something's happening on the have a picnic on South Beach or everything. So in this case, Armando will show how to create events and being shown on the map.
All right. So let's add an event we all want to go to. We just finished graduating, everyone. Just like what they do.
So let's have graduation party.
Yeah. Let's go to Disney World.
Yeah.
Do they serve alcohol in Disney World?
Ivan?
From your pocket, yeah.
Totally. We're going to get the address.
I think you can write any address you want for now.
Okay. I was trying to pull the actual address here, but I guess it didn't want me to.
Going to party.
Yes, we are.
That sounds like a student of mine. It has to be.
And here's the event. And we pop on the module. I'm going to Disney World. And let's see if it works here. It is awesome. Also, we get to see here the user profile, which is Assam.
I born in 1984, not 86.
Well, next time. And here is his info. And that is our app.
Great. So let's move to the next one.
Awesome. Love it.
Yeah, in terms of the challenge that we made, I think the hardest part was made the Google integration of the Google Map API. That we tried like 3 different APIs and it was very hard to create the markers because in terms of usability, it was the main part of people was using the information. So it has to be very clear, very easy to understand. So we finally found the right API that made us able to edit the way that we thought that was the best for the app.
Great. And we had also challenges on the back end when deploying to Heroku. We are sort of like, in the first time we had we encountered some issues on the Heroku side, as well as we found the problems on the database. So we learned through it and we got it fixed.
And the problem I have faced was the syncing of data from the back end to the front end for it to display, and the ability of the events when we add an event for the card to pop and all that stuff. Those were some of the challenges we were going through. We faced, but we were able to pull our minds together, and with the help of the mentors and everyone around us, that we were able to pull through and complete this project.
Thanks so much. So basically, we want to make this app take this app to the next level. I would not aim less than a Facebook. So we want to make this to a next level, and we want to start up. That's my question in the beginning to Francisco, was that what's the challenges for the startup? So we are taking as a roadmap here. We have defined a roadmap to this slide. Basically, we're going to add photo feeds. So we're going to do some live video streaming using the APIs, and also like the fetching the GPS coordinates was a challenge in the beginning of the project. So we're going to optimize the algorithm because it's going to take a tax on your device battery life. So we're going to do some algorithm optimization later on. Also, having planned to have a thin client to put on our connected devices, as you know, that IoT is sort of picking up in the industry. It's a trend now. So you can also use it with your pet. You can also with your child who doesn't have a phone. And also, we're kind of thinking as a plug-in component to sell it to travel industry, which is like $9 trillion industry, where you can sell it to a park or you can sell it to a resort. They can plug this component to their platform as a tracking component. And then later on, we're going to planning to do voice and video, and all the rich card components are going to bring the rich communication services, which all the US carriers are doing for now. And then also plan to scale up a little bit. Our event supports like 20 users at the given time. And the last but not least, as you know, there's a BLE indoor tracking. We are planning to put that support in our platform too. Yep. And if you are anyone interested in taking this to the next level, please let us know. Thank you. Over to Armando.
And thank you everybody here for Geeks for their help and for the cohort. Especially shout out to our teachers, Jonathan and Niza and Paulo and Jesus, for all you guys' help. You guys helped us through this, and thank you for that. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Super proud of you. Awesome job.
Okay, our turn. Hello, can anyone hear me?
Yeah, we hear you, man. I think Anna got DC'd. Hold on a second, let me check.
Okay, not a problem.
Oh no, she's there.
We're just respectfully muted, all of us. It takes a minute to get to the mute button.
Okay, can everyone see my screen here?
Yes.
All right, great. Okay, hello everyone, my name is Chris Angelos.
And hello everyone, my name is Ricardo. And now we are going to present, the Zero Drop, our project with Chris. So enjoy it, guys.
Great, thank you. All right, so my name is Chris Angelos. I started my whole career path down this road a few years ago. I graduated from University of North Florida with a business marketing degree. Shortly after I graduated, I started freelancing and managing WordPress sites, pretty much template-based, plug and play, the whole visual side of it. That piqued my curiosity into the coding world. I kind of started out teaching myself HTML and CSS just to like tweak up the already existing sites that I built. And while doing freelance, I had a few clients come to me and they wanted such like custom e-commerce sites, personal apps built and everything. And
I felt bad because I wasn't able to provide those skills for these people. And that's what geared me toward joining 4Geeks and going through this whole cohort. So I'm happy to say that all of this went smoothly, and here I am today.
So,
Ricardo?
yes, hey everyone again. Well, I'm from Chile. I came here to the US almost 2 years ago. I have a background in international business. I have a degree in that. I study in the Universidad de Valparaíso in my country. I have international affairs mention. I study in Mexico too. And now I'm working in a restaurant here in South Beach. I live here. I love it, by the way. It's amazing. And I entered to the this boot camp because I want to learn a new skill. I always love video games. I always love computers, and I always have this thing that I want to know coding, how to code, because you can build different stuff with that. So that's amazing for me. So that's why I'm here. So the dot drop, our project is basically made for the efficiency of the checkout process. We want, this is basically like a digital menu like the Uber Eats use, or I forgot the name, sorry. But we are not inventing like the fire on this, but we want to focus on the small businesses, like maybe they can afford Uber Eats, or they can afford like these big platforms because they charge you a lot of money. So maybe we want to create this as a template, easy to customize for the restaurants, easy to put their own photos, their infos, and they have the thing that they can get the takeout or the delivery available.
Right. So as Ricardo brushed up on the premise behind this whole idea, I have a few uncles that used to own restaurants in the past. I've worked for them before, so I'm familiar with like the server industry. Ricardo is currently working in that industry now, and that's where the idea of this came from. We kind of saw a flaw that like larger companies that are chains such as Olive Garden, they have their own app that they paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to have something custom built for them. Ours is more template based, to where you can change things on the fly, such as their logo, the color theme, and their menu, and that's it. If we approach a small restaurant business and we try and sell them on a custom app, it's not within their budget to do that. So we shorten the effort on our time down the road to change these things very quickly, and by doing so, that costs that company a lot less. And with COVID going on and everything, there's a huge market for something like this, so people don't want to go and sit in a restaurant or like have their food waiting. They want to be able to do it quickly on the fly from home through an app. That's where the idea came from. So as I just mentioned, it's very customizable, and it's an efficient online ordering app. They can purchase it. We have an integrated PayPal system on there through the back end, and it works great. So I'm going to let Ricardo go ahead and take this over really quickly, because he's going to demonstrate the app itself.
Yes. So can you see it?
Yep.
Okay. So I'm gonna share the link of the app if you want to check out, guys, because it's easier. Okay, so this is the app. So we have some animations going on there, and as I told you, it's like a pretty basic restaurant menu link online. Sorry, we're going to start with the sign up form. I'm gonna use my personal info. I'm gonna keep copy this because gonna use 111 as a password. So if I sign up, I can directly to the sign in. I'm gonna paste the email. If I try to use like 222, it doesn't allow me to enter to the page. But if I use the 111 into the account information, this information is created on the back end on the API. This is the name that I used before. And we also have, we want to start the rewards points and the number of orders so that the customer can check their info. So we go back to the main view. We have the food menu. So this is customizable. For the owner of the restaurant. We have the prices here. This info comes from the store, from the back end, so we can change it if you want it. We are doing the same on the drinks menu. We have it here. We also have a special part for the beers menu and the wines menu. So that's pretty cool. They can have like their own list. And we also have the reservation form and the contact us. Like the pretty basic things that a restaurant needs. So, Chris?
Right. So I'm going to take over and I'm going to kind of break down a little more on the functionality of all of this. So say I'm a user, I go and sign in, etc. Like Ricardo already explained. Feeling a bit peckish, I'm going to go to the food menu. I want, let's say I'm eating dinner with my family, so I want like 2 quesadillas, some bang bang shrimp, and some Caesar salad. And then let's say drinks, I'm going to go ahead and get like 2 Stellas for my dad and I. Note the number count in the checkout cart. I'll explain the difficulty behind that later. So we go to the checkout cart. It tallies out the totals properly. So if I want 3 quesadillas instead of 2, change the price on the fly and it's affected accordingly. We also can delete everything. So I don't want my beer anymore. It's going to go bad by the time I get home. Price adds up. I'm ready to pay it. So I have 2 choices. I can do PayPal or I can do a debit card. So let's say I don't have a PayPal account and I click the debit card one. It files down to where you can add all of your information in and pay directly. And if I do have a PayPal account, it'll bring a pop-up window, which is on my other screen here. And then you can fill out that information and it pulls your actual price over to your PayPal account to where you can actually pay for it. So that on the back end is the integration that I mentioned prior to. And that's pretty much it for how the app is laid out and designed. So back to the slide. So some of the tools we use GitHub to actually code and build everything out properly. We use Breathe Code. That's where our learning process came from and everything. Bootstrap React, lots of Google research. That was probably one of our our friends. Every time we had a question, that's where you lean toward besides our professors. And here are the various coding links that we used. Python and Flask were on the back end. PayPal integration was applied to the back end in order to show it visually on the front. So some of the challenges we faced, as I mentioned before, the checkout cart as well as the account creation. That was a bit finicky, and through trial and error, we were able to actually get it to work, but it took a lot of trial and error. So that was just a difficult approach, as that wasn't really something that neither of us have done in the past.
Yeah, so the same for the API creation and the link between the front and the back end. I mean, I really love like the front end part, like to design and to see these changes like immediately. And with the API, you have to like do some more stuff to see it. So that's was like a pretty like tough for us. but with the help of our teachers, we can do it. We can make it. So, and Google, of course.
Yes. So, some of our goals for the future. I just want to excel my career in this direction. And I eventually want to start building apps, licensing them out, selling them, everything, helping smaller businesses grow. That's a huge passion of mine, why I do what I do now.
So yeah, basically I want to still the same. I learned a lot of this bootcamp, and I want to keep learning. I really enjoy the front end part and the design. When I realize on this program that I really like it, so I want to keep going on that. And yeah, that's some thanks to everyone here for their time. Yes.
We forgot to talk about the add-ons. So in the future, like personally, like I like this project and everything that Ricardo and I have done, and there are a few things that him and I want to add to it, such as like have a delivery option there. If someone wants to call Uber Eats and have it delivered to their home instead of coming and picking it up, that would be an option.
Yeah.
Crypto. Go ahead, Ricardo.
Yes, the crypto payment is an option. I mean, it's not that used on the restaurants, but it's a good way to enter to the new era. So the crypto payment was a really good option for us.
And on the app itself, like we wanted to add some more functionalities. I personally would like to have, like, if someone placed an order, they get an SMS notification. Go directly to the phone, they get a text message saying, hey, your order is ready. Here's the order number. Here's the total duration of how long your order would be. But that's once it's actually implemented into a business. And that's pretty much it. So special thank you to Jonathan and Mies. Obviously, they are amazing teachers, very insightful and always helpful. Paulo and Jesus, they were excellent on the tutors, and just everyone in Fort Geeks Academy for dedicating their time, helping us learn and progress our knowledge in this field.
Yes, thank you so much, guys. And thank you to Lacey and JB. I was in a cohort before and they helped me a lot too. So thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone.
Great work, guys. Awesome. It's really cool. I put a comment in the
Congratulations,
chat
everyone. That was amazing. Such amazing projects and ideas that you guys executed. I also want to thank our speakers for coming tonight and talking a little about their experience in the tech industry. And you guys made it. You guys are first full stack developers. So congratulations. Yay. So now it's time to celebrate. Time to celebrate. Go out, drink, eat. You made it. Thank you guys all so much for coming tonight.
Good job, everyone. Congrats to all of us.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, everyone.
Thank you. Awesome. Awesome job.
Awesome,
Yeah,
awesome.
Congratulations
guys.
to all of our students, and
Jonathan.
thank you to the speakers as well for joining us tonight. They're a big part of the night.
Yeah.
Really, congratulations on all the projects and the ideas. They look beautiful, and you did a great job.
Congratulations. I can only see so much potential on everything that you have done. So I know that there are many ideas there to be implemented, and I know that they are great ideas. What you are putting together, it's amazing. Congratulations.
Awesome, man. For you guys who want to continue the conversation afterwards, you can find us in at LinkedIn. Just look for our names, and we will more than glad. Well, I know I'd be more than glad to help you guys with everything, and I'm sure Karina will do as well.
Correct.
Already.
If there is anything that we can do also for you guys, I mean, feel free to chime in LinkedIn. We will be happy to help you out with anything. Check your projects, give you ideas, help you venting. I was here chatting with people that was venting too. So I get it. It's going to be overwhelming, but if we can be a resource for you, don't hesitate.
For sure.
Good luck.
Good luck,
Thank you to both
everyone.
of our
Thank you
speakers. We
so much.
appreciate you.
Great job. Great job.
Bye bye.
Have
Have a
fun.
good night,
Celebrate.
everyone.
Fun.
Have fun. Celebrate.
Bye.
Congratulations. Bye.